monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
Conflict's gonna come over. Bot lane for Sandbox were able to push up, but it doesn't look like they're actually gonna contest. They have teleport on Summit, but you can see he's a bit tied up on the minimap with Sword, who would probably just be able to cancel it. So
this matchup, as Sword throws down the World Ender, Wadid now is going down low. That is, of course, a bait as Viper turns up. Now, Sandbox ganking onto Wadid here as he is going to flash that wall, but the red buff is going to be enough alongside that skirmishing saber to take down the Aatrox for first blood. This is he's going to turn up. Gorilla going to be there as well. Lands the tongue lash. And there goes the pillar. Valkyrie used for Yukal to create some space. Blast cone. Going to stop OnFleek from getting on top of the Corki. But Fate does dive on over. A lot of damage comes out from the True Shot Barrage as Root dives over. Has a guess that it is going to be the Phage. Gorilla's moving on over.
ooh.
That's a really good snare. The Ignite does come down. A lot of magic damage shield is going to be available, but Fate decides not to die for that turret now. Rift Herald's going to be spawned topside. World Ender is in for Sword. It's going to be a lot of extra money for Summit. Tarzan walks over a controller. There's the box from Wadid as Gorilla getting taken down very, very low. Viper with these close range weapons. Drake all ready. Yukal with the package ready to be delivered. Sandbox are teleporting in. They do not want to give this one away as now teleport towards the bottom side as well. Summit is going to make his way in. Sword can teleport as well. Or whether he's going to, we'll have to find out. He is just going to go back to base first. True Shot Barrage comes down. That minion wave. Shirley comes down. Sandbox are looking to try and crash this one. Tarzan has to use the Ragnarok defensively. They're still diving for him. Fate taking a lot of damage. The entire time was only ever really a sub. Now Tarzan moves in. Yukal taking a lot of damage from Summit there. Really good trade.
Mountain Soul is the one good hope because it will just end the game if they get it.
Oh, that play was so sick from Wadid, who flashed in for it. Yukal gets exhausted immediately after the package delivery. Avoiding a whole lot of these rockets as now Sandbox looking for the re-engage. Fate lands yet another chain and Yukal has to flash massive damage onto Viper with the True Shot Barrages. Summit locks down Wadid and takes him out. Wadid expertly being the sacrificial lamb.
It's going to be near impossible for those champions to team fight. And even for...
Yukal.
Man.
That is a fantastic pillar out from OnFleek as well. He continues to be frustrating, but Yukal chasing after him. And the big one is going to land. That is actually Fate well and truly chunked out. True Shot Barrage does some work. Onto Wadid there on the backside. It's Sword. Tries to lock him down, but Tarzan is so close to dead. Root dives over the wall. A hero play, but he gets exhausted on the backside. And now Sword's trying to get on top of him, but he's just running them around the rosy. Root is a god in this team fight. Summit dives onto Sword, and it's a triple kill as Root says no to his former coach. 6-0 is the kill score, and Mountain Soul is alive, but Baron looks to be the option.
Now they don't demand that Griffin comes out of a defensive position and have to fight them. That's the big difference to the variation that they could have gone for. So Olaf doing Olaf things, abysmal champion. Root just lays waste to Tarzan. Sword tries to follow over the wall, but Root doing so much on the Ezreal. Getting so much value.
Oh my god, we get to watch it from his pro view. See how cool, calm, and collected he is there in his screen.
Yeah.
Oh man. Look at how close that mouse is as well, LS.
Yep. Really, really good control.
Just landed everything.
Yeah.
Watch me, please.
Oh, he was saying dragon. Taking a little bit of damage there, but it's fine. Remember, they
Yep, Fate donking off a little bit towards the top side, but he's able to flash himself to safety. Now Sword getting himself a flank, but maybe he's just going to get himself a trip to the death chamber. He does, as Root locks down that kill. Viper on the front line, obliterated by this Ezreal. Double kill so far. Is it going to be the triple as Tarzan trying to kite this one out? True Shot Barrage very close. to nailing Yukal as Summit locks down the jungler, and this is going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Griffin falling down 0-1 in game 1. Sandbox fighting for their lives for another opportunity to get back into the LCK. And this might just be the last we see of Griffin if they can't win the next 2 games in a row. This is so much pressure. Yukal delivers a present to Gorilla up to the backside, but Root is going to be able to lock down that kill. Not entirely sure what was going on there as OnFleek throws up the flare. These Nexus turrets are dead. Griffin flares up from Gorilla. And Summit still representing a freak of freaks. The Nexus will fall. OnFleek might just die. No, he doesn't. As there we go. Even a cheeky Jin Air flare that we love to see. I believe that was Root. He puts down his trophy. OnFleek now in trouble here. Will land the resonating strike, bringing out the trade so far as Fate looking to come in. Yukal not with a lot of mana right here. Safeguard forward, Tarzan very low, Q avoided. Very nice stuff as Yukal now looking to try and take down OnFleek. He flashes, and the Shuriken backflip's going to be enough to get Fate to safety, but that was a janky fight if I have ever seen. Who does have himself a revolver now. And dives on Antara here. The hijack comes in. Antara in trouble. Summit will throw this one back. And there's a solo kill out of nowhere. Antara, no idea that that was even a thing that he had to worry about.
Play right now.
나 바로 싸울 수도 있다. 나 바로 싸울 수도 있다.
I can kill him right away. I can kill him right away. So he autos the minion.
And he
Then
gets
the
level
cannon
6.
was aggroing so that the cannon would finish it off. It helped him finish it off, get level 6. In the Infernal Dragon, okay.
My Vigil goes down. Irobe in a lot of trouble. Has to flash in a 2v2 scenario.
The jump. As
Kingslayer doing some work here. It's called. The forward scope comes down. Summit flashes it. Steals Subjugate. Tarzan's dived in. He's looking for Summit, but there's the abscond. It lands onto Antara. He's looking to try and bring this one back. There's the kick onto Tarzan, but doesn't really get enough done. The turnaround does come in. Gorilla holds onto the Rift Herald, but she gets a little bit impatient.
Approach this team fight, and if Griffin
is going to land, there's the Moonlight Vigil. It is going to be true as well. Onto Griffin. Summit finds his way in with the abscond. Immediately, he gets exhausted. Shuriken backflip there from Fate, but he's been subjugated and is going to run away. And now the Ornhorn comes in, and Tara gets one knock up at Root. Devoured, kept in safe range. Like gold advantage, but now they're fighting this one out. Ornhorn comes in yet again as Antara going to have to flash in a 1v1. Yeah, I mean, it looks at the moment like Sandbox on track for a perfect game. Is Root going to get devoured once again? I've seen this movie before. Is Gorilla going to go down? That's their first kill. Safeguard's going to get OnFleek to safety. As you can see, Root doing a lot of damage.
As he is level 13 now. Now, you take a look at this, and you got to ask yourself the question as Sandbox. Is it imperative that we get 300 chip damage onto the turret in order to group up so that the opponents can then use their ultimates on us? And I think the answer is
용 봐도
no.
되고요, 이제.
Wait,
Griffin needs to make a decision. They need to go in. They need to try and do something. As Root going to get devoured. The Ornhorn not going to come back there as there's Cloud Soul. And now in goes Yukal. Only hits Gorilla though, and he's going to be taken down. The bullet time has to flash immediately. And Viper gets no damage. Now the Ornhorn is going to be picked up. Locks down Irove. And Summit is still alive. Flashes out. Stays true. And now Gorilla looks for Root, who's dived on top of this Orn. He is extraordinarily dead. Shuriken backflip is going to land also, and Fate is not done. Now looking for Tarzan, who's behind enemy lines. I was half expecting that turret to hit Fate, but that is their side of the map. Griffin were running in the wrong direction, and Tarzan is probably going to survive, but now Severum Crescendum is there for Root, and ladies and gentlemen, I think we're starting to wave goodbye to Griffin.
I think that the Griffin is not flying today, or maybe it is. First class on Jin Air, that's what I'm talking about.
Ace Dragon can get good deals.
Oh no. Alright, let's take a look at this team fight one more time. So, Onfleet goes out, and then Untara allocates the ultimate onto Onfleet, who ends up getting the dragon. It was at 69 HP. Watch Yukal, he flashes over, takes the blast cone. It doesn't even matter, it's such a disjointed team fight. As now, Summit says, let me show you how to really do it, as he casts his own Ornn ultimate before flashing backwards and trying to get out. Viper tries to recall, hides behind Bambi, but eventually is brought down by Fate. Needs as much power as he can get right now. It's the unfortunate situation.
Well, Summit just going to dash on over, and Tara is going to land the ult here. As Summit, can he deal with 5 members? The answer's no. Not going to get removed there as Root trying to do the damage. Okay, there's the Ornhorn. Looks for Tara with it, actually. The Yukal Sand Soldiers, they do need to be respected. There's the knock-up onto Root. No Devour just yet. Does come in now. Gorilla spits back Root. Now they're going to have to wait before they can use that again, but you can see Crescendum able to get a lot of damage down as Root does have the weapons that he wants. And look at this from such long range, and he's still sitting on the Moonlight Vigil.
This is really scary. They're getting slowly escorted. Akali. Wait, did he just smite red?
I think so.
Wait, he doesn't have smite. I wonder if they're communicating this, that Tarzan...
He has another charge. He will have it available for when this Elder Drake gets low. But will they even be able to get into the pit is going to be the question as Summit trying to play goalie. Fate wrapping around as well. They are going to take the Elder with no response from Griffin.
And it's all happening at once, which means there's not a whole...
Moonlight Vigil comes down. He's got so many chakrams. What the heck? The amount of damage available from Root. He's taken down the Trundle. There goes the Braum, but he's just goes a little bit too deep. They're trying to take down the Nexus turrets. The Summit is very low. Runs away from the tower shot, but isn't going to keep himself alive. Now Viper and Yukal, they're the last men standing, but they should be able to be enough to defend this one Nexus turret. Unless the super minions are going to be too much. They do have a lot of wave clear. There's no Baron left. And Sandbox are going to have to reset by the looks of things.
Now, this is actually an interesting timing where if you could actually suicide for the Nexus turret and just have your death timer go up, it would actually be worth it. Because you look at the map and there's nothing for Griffin to do.
Yeah.
They're going to group up. Here we go.
Yep, there's the Ornn ultimate. Lands only onto Gorilla as Summit sends his one back. But Tara going to get knocked up by that one. Unbreakable is in as Tarzan's taking so much damage. Fate enters the back line, but gets under his shroud as he gets exhausted. Perfect execution, not quite working out here as Root is still doing so much damage. Calibrum and Infernum are online, so has that extra range to work with. Now Sandbox just looking to escort more minion waves in and keep up this pressure. But Griffin have staved them off for the moment.
Yep.
No one to die just yet. Onfleet goes and picks up the enemy red buff. Now moves himself back into the Griffin base. But somehow, some way, Griffin are holding on. This is insane.
Oh, man.
Okay, Glacial Fissure comes out from Summit. He's trying to get something done. This is the... Oh my god, Aphelios! Root just wiping the floor with him. The Akali's going to fall down. Remember, Yukal does have a lot of damage, but so does Root. The cleanup is in! And Root hand delivers his team back into the LCK.
And Griffin have been eliminated from LCK. Sandbox keep themselves alive for one more series that will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you went back in time 6 months and said that a team with Viper, Tarzan, and UCal would get relegated in the LCK, or Griffin as an org would get relegated, I don't think anyone would probably believe you.
That should have been able to be piloted to a win.
That was a draft. That was a massacre in the draft, and they couldn't win with it. That is, I don't know. I think you would want Griffin's draft 99 out of 100 times. And the opponent has a non-factor jungler that can't realistically engage. There's no real kick targets. And yet, mechanically, Sandbox outplayed Griffin at every stage of the fight. Griffin were constantly, I don't even want to say on different pages, they're in different books.
Yeah, I think there must certainly be something else going on with this team.